Okay, so good morning, sir. I'm here to discuss about the anchor handling and mooring procedures. So basically, an anchor is a device. Usually, it is a metal attached to a ship or boat by a cable or chain, and it is lowered to the seabed in order to hold the vessel or ship in a particular place. For example, in a port or in a fluke, and it is used to point the projection that digs into the sea bottom. So, what is a anchor handling and mooring procedure? So, basically, it is the chain locker to provide the storage for the chain cable, and it is situated under the deck with a pipe connection to the anchor windlass. So in order to hold the ship into the seabed, we need this anchor, and the procedure the procedure the mooring is the procedure used in order for us to anchor the ship. So we have also the chain end or the bitter end. So it is secured to the side or top structure of the chain locker by an arrangement that incorporates means for emergency release. It is recommended that this arrangement includes the facility for the chain to be slipped from outside the chain locker. So we have also the securing cable within the locker. In the past times, the inboard part of the ship's cable was belayed on bits, and the term bitter end is still used. However, methods by which the bitter end is secured vary greatly from ship to ship. So, in order for us, in some cases, it has not been secured at all, presumably by accident, and anchor and 11 shackles of cable have disappeared out through the house pipe. But in some vessels, the two bitter ends are shackled together. So it is often with the intention of being able to use the port cable on the starboard anchor and vice versa. So technically, it is generally thought to be malpractice since it can lead to complications with when sleeping the bitter end. We have also what we call the end link. So the end link is placed between two steel lugs welded to the center line. Bulk of the locker and pin is driven through the lugs and link. So it is being forelocked at one end. But the forelock is removed when the link is to be disconnected and the pin is knocked out. So the link is taken to the upper part of the chain locker, where it can be reached by a man standing in the lower forepeak storeroom and similarly secured to a strong bracket. Okay, so when anchoring a vessel or ship, we need to use, there is a procedure that what we call mooring. So we use the head ropes, stern ropes, breast ropes, and springs. So let's go to the lines or cables. A line or cable is used to secure a ship at berth. It is a mooring lines that should be arranged as symmetrically as possible about the midship point of the ship. And also the breast lines. It is a mooring lines leading ashore as perpendicular as possible to the ship fore and aft line. Breast lines restrain the ship in one direction to another. However, due to the collision with the shore gantry cranes, breast lines are not used in container terminals. So let's go to the headlines. Headlines are the mooring lines leading ashore from the fore end or forecastle of a ship, often at an angle of about 45 degrees to the fore and the aft line. And also we have the spring lines. The spring lines is a mooring lines leading in a nearly fore and aft direction. The purpose of this is in order to prevent the longitudinal movement or surge of the ship while it is in berth. And we have also the stern lines. Lastly, the stern lines, it is a mooring lines leading ashore from the after end or poop of a ship. It has an often angle of about 45 degrees to the fore and aft line. So, how does a anchor holds the ship? Basically, it happens when we pick up the anchor, when the chain is all picked up and the flukes face upwards and gets uprooted from the bottom. And it has also the what we call holding power of the anchor. All the other factors being common, there are three things that affects holding power of anchors. So first, it is the construction of an anchor. Second, it is the nature of the seabed. And third is we have the equipment used in order for us to hold the ship.